I just want to work on some techniques I like to teach at the dojo. I teach the basic bunkais, and then I like to explore it. So if there's anything that seems weird that I throw at you, it's just one interpretation of what we work on. So feel free to talk to your teachers about it, play with yourself, and see if it works for you. It may work for me, it may not work for you. Stuff you do might work for you, may not work for me. So I'm just giving you my perspective on things. There's no one, my opinion, there's no one right, definite way to do Uechi-Ryu outside the basics. As far as application of technique, it's endless. And one of the things I love to do, especially over the past few years when I didn't have the opportunity to train with people, is just explore other styles. So prior to the pandemic, I was doing some cross-training here and there, not as much as I'd like to, but after that, I watched a lot of wrestling. I watched a lot of Kali Salat. I watched a lot of kickboxing and Muay Thai. And you see the movements of Uechi-Ryu from our katas in those sports, in those other martial arts. So I'm just gonna give a few thoughts on some stuff that we do practice already, and some stuff that is just a little different point of view. So to start with, I just want to do a few movements from our advanced katas, Kanchin and Sanseru. I know you guys don't practice that, but that's fine. These are just basic movements anyways that are just in those katas. This movement, and this movement. So Henry, where's Henry? So basic, stand over here so you don't fall in that. So basic application of some of these techniques. You know, we're creating an opening, push your right foot forward. We're creating an opening, we're coming for a single leg takedown. That was a bad single leg takedown. Don't do it like that, guys. But
made me fall over.
Basic application, maybe I control the leg and then kick them. That's what we do in our Dan Kumite. We're gonna work right now with some wrist defense. So if Henry controls my wrist, I'm gonna push him like this. The natural reaction of the body against force is opposing force. So if I go to pull Henry, his reaction is to pull away. If I go to push him, his reaction is to push towards me. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage. I don't want this elbow bent. I'm gonna shift this way a little. I'm gonna push here so his reaction to pull here. The thumb is the only thing that's really holding his hand into place. So as I push here, I'm gonna hit in here with either my hand or my forearm. I push in. Sorry. Here. Can you show from this point of view? Here. If you miss with the hand, just use the forearm. I miss with the hand a lot, to be honest. So I do play with the forearm as well. But I'm pushing here, at the same time I'm hitting in here. If I hit the forearm, these are the ligaments that we use to close the fist. It really hurts. If I hit the elbow, ouch. Let's not hit the elbow today. I don't want to deal with any dislocations. I don't know how to put it back, I'll admit. We have a medic, but let's not use him. This will hurt if you hit hard enough, so just be careful with your partner. Just go gentle. That's step one. We're gonna do a few steps beyond that, okay? Any questions? Cool. All right, grab a partner, play with it for a minute. He can't hold me with this, so I have two options. One, I'm pulling here, rotating my hand, making that thumb twist, putting him in a less leveraged position. I can grind my forearm against the small bones in his hand while I pull back to strip it. Can we do this hand? This arm's injured. So I can grind this way, especially if I move. I'm not just gonna stand still. Don't stand still when fighting unless you're like really leveraged, but even then I'm probably not. What do we do in our kata? We go into a horse stance so I can step back. The other technique we did, I can step into a horse stance as well. Or I can just hit. I can just strike. Again, don't whack your partner in the hand unless you want them to whack you back in the hand. This is not that kind of seminar, no, so please don't. But I can do this instead while pulling and just strike the hand. So strip or hit. But the pull is important. Opposing force. Here. What's up, bro?
Yes.
Hup! Ippon! All right, give it a shot. So just remember, everything we do with these types of grab defenses, you may have to hit the person first. I've had guys that grab me, I'm like, I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what I do, I have to hit them. So some of these techniques, if I go into this first one here, and he doesn't let go, what's the next movement in the kata? Can we do this arm? Oops, sorry. So here. Cho!
Terrifying.
Good. Okay? And it doesn't have to be in the order of the kata. The kata is a set order just for convenience sake. A lot of the techniques that are part of the kata, let's say like the crane stance, we have this movement first where I might be blocking a knee strike and then coming in for the knee, but I'm also practicing a knee. I'm off topic. Anyways, here, maybe I do this technique first. Okay? hit, hit. Maybe go back, hit. But anyway, just for a second, just practice blending the techniques together. 1, 2. This is our third step. Or if you're here, I mean, he probably has that hand up. I don't know. Maybe he punches you, and you hit, hit, hit. But just blend. Just these two techniques. I'm here. Might as well.
I can't hear.
Stop hitting me!
I don't know what I did.
1, 2.
Yes, the beautiful hair.
Lock. We're just doing a Uechi, right? This is just a circle block. I'm going to drop my elbow to Sanchin. I could just hook behind his neck if I wanted to. Sink down to a horse stance. I'm going to wrap. We done? From this point of view? 1, 2, 3. Everyone do this for a second. Just do your horizontal elbows, do your vertical elbows. Just, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. So why do we do this in our kata? Okay, one reason is we don't want to hyperextend our shoulder. Other reason is targeting. If you're happy, you know it, clap your hands. I'm so sorry. I just abuse him on a regular basis, so he's used to it.
But that doesn't sound any better, though.
It doesn't. So one thing is targeting. It's harder for me to miss this target if I have control of it. Another
Godfather scene.
So let's just do this for a second. Just be up here, come in here, get this arm out of the way. We could practice some clinch work today, but I don't think we'll focus on that. And just, we're here. If we were in a clinch me. Here, maybe I want to get the elbow, I can't. Okay. So just for a second, just do this. Don't hit your partner in the head, please. Concussion-free is the way to be in this seminar.
I haven't got a concussion yet from you, so.
From me,
Yeah.
I practice that, and then practice this variation. If I'm fighting, and he can see this coming, this is if I already have control. I sneak in, I get in a clinch. Maybe I'm fighting. I can do the same technique. We have this technique in our kata. Blind him here. Cut in here. If I have a big glove on, it's easier. But if you're not blinding him by taking off his visual, blind him temporarily with pain and disorientation. So if I smack the ear, everyone here's been hitting the ear before, right? Yeah, good times, eh? Hit him there, hit him in the eye or the temple. Control.
Again, the hair really helps.
These techniques are very dangerous, so just be very slow and careful with them, okay? But Uechi uses that vertical elbow as well. So we can just practice being here. If I don't have a shot to the face, but I do get inside, I can just drop it. Piercing elbow strike. Or if I'm tight, maybe he grabs me, I'm up here and I can't really hit him with much, but I can hit him with that. What, come down? Okay. All right, so play with both, horizontal, vertical. We're just talking to these guys over here. Besides just like targeting, also just control. If we're here and I go to elbow him, he could still slip away. He could duck out of it or whatever. So if I control him here, use my Sanchin. Sanchin will help you with the clinch. This is just Sanchin. This is Sanchin. This is Sanchin. So if I'm here and I don't have good control, and I go to the elbow, whether he slips his head down or whatever, if I'm here and I lock him in place, I have my elbow frame against him and right in my Sanchin position. I'm dropping my body weight down. Now I have more control when I do this technique. Versus here, I have less control. Get over here. It doesn't have to look pretty if it's self-defense. It just has to work. I like it looking pretty. It makes me feel good about myself. But it doesn't have to look pretty. So just keep that in mind. Lock them in. It looks pretty when he's not resisting too. Thanks. All right, just 1 more minute. Other application of this movement here and this movement here. Defang. Defang the snake. Punch me.
Oh, just watching sense.
Uechi-Ryu guiding block. Easy peasy. Punch me as fast as you can. Haha. Punch me again. Haha. I'm just in Sanshin. I'm just doing my guiding block. Super slow. If you're under a lot of pressure, whether you could get the guiding block in or you just time a punch if you're like really tight, this is something you use if you really want to hurt the person. Don't use this in a like a sparring match with a partner because they're going to break their finger. It's simple. It's easy. It's straight out of your kata. Hey, let me do Konchiwa. Ah! Ha! Okay, so just super light with your partner. No broken fingers, please. John, keep squirming. Do you use a keyboard at work? Not anymore. Okay, so just, this doesn't take a lot to hurt, so just be careful. Just practice guiding block, elbow, guide block, elbow. One thing I want to talk about is Seisan Bunkai, the knee strike application. Okay? The knee strike application, the way we teach it, is a very good technique, but it has a disadvantage the way we practice it, that if your timing isn't right, you're going to get tackled. So he's coming in with a takedown tackle, single leg. If I don't time this right and he's putting pressure on me, I'm going to knock back. If I time it just right, the way I like to practice, by the way, for myself personally, is I use the leverage in my forearm here. I put my hand, his head, and I'm twisting. As I push his head down my hand, I'm using my elbow and arm to leverage and twist on his shoulder. So I have a little extra control there. That's how I personally like to do it. If you're good enough to time it so that you get the head right into the knee, that's fine. This is what I like. I like a little extra control. So that's just my personal way of doing it. If you do that with good timing, where he comes in to tackle, you can get that knee right away. That's good. But if you miss that opportunity, if you can't read that movement fast enough, you coming at me?
Yes.
Go for it. Push me, push me. Crap. Don't run over your uncle.
He's family
He's gonna take me down. So we're gonna work on a few things. We're gonna work on giving your partner some pressure and then how to deal with that pressure. So Henry's gonna come at me. I'm not even gonna touch him yet. Henry, push me back. I'm gonna work on one, stabilizing this. Come on, push me, that way. Stabilizing this foot. We're gonna come out of Sanshin, we're going more of a horse stance. Okay? This is gonna look ridiculous for a second, but it'll be super fun. How much do you weigh?
130.
Can you please put 130 pounds into me? Thank you, thank you. Stabilize here. Drop down in your horse stance, push your hip forward, stabilize your back leg. You're gonna move. If you're not moving, your partner's not pushing you hard enough, or there's an extreme weighted disadvantage. All right, try that for a minute. Let's add the hands. Let's use 2 hands. Kata, we practice this, doesn't mean we only have to practice 2 hands for this. So we're gonna do like a Uechi version of a sprawl. He's gonna push hard into me. I'm gonna put my hands here. I have the leverage here against his shoulder. I'm in my Sanshin. I have the ability also to twist his head out of the way. Wherever the head goes, the body's gonna go. I know, I'm sorry.
It's gonna hurt.
It is. Push me. I'm gonna slide back. I have control here. Now if I want to, I can just keep going down to the ground.
Well, I'm done
That's
for.
basic. And we'll start with that. Come in, just 2 hands, frame up here. I have my leverage here from Sanshin. I have the ability to hit his head at any point. Push me. At any point, I can. Ow. Techniques can be combined together. So we practiced this one earlier. We're practicing this one now. I'm going to do a little bit of both. Comes into tackle. I mean, I could.
Ow.
Push me.
Hurt.
So we're back to where we started a minute ago. I can stay up here. Hey, I can knee him now if I'm stable. I mean, he's lighter than me, so it's easier. But I still have more stability to set up for that knee. Even if I wanted to switch my feet and go to the side here, I could do it. Push me harder.
Okay.
If I can't do that, I'm just going to fall and sprawl down. Are you done tackling me now, Henry?
I don't know.
Make a decision, please.
Please.
Okay, I'm done holding you.
Okay, but you're not.
Oh, yeah. From this point of view, please. So here, he comes to tackle, I frame up. Push, wrap, control, knee, sink.
Oh, God, oh my Lord, I swear I didn't do anything else.
Oh, God.
Super slow. Okay, that's step one. Knee if you can. If your partner's okay with it, bring your hips wide, sink. Hopefully they don't have a friend to kick you in the face. If they do, then you shouldn't. Wow. Stop it. Ow. All right, try it. Everything we do should be play, should be experimental. The body moves in a limited but limitless set of movements. My body can move everywhere, and just explore your Uechi-Ryu. Make some mistakes as long as you're not hurting a partner, and try stuff under controlled pressure. I think that's what's really important. By that I mean, like, is he really trying to hit me? Is he really trying to push me, tackle me, hold me? Will this work under those circumstances? The key for that is controlled, because obviously we want to be able to train the next day. We want to have partners to train with the next day. So don't go breaking your partner's hand or bashing them or snapping their neck or choking them out, because you may not have a partner tomorrow. So just play around and train with different people, okay? Just one last thought. What I've been really looking for myself personally with my Uechi-Ryu over the past about a year when exploring kata is looking outside striking, outside the striking part. We practice a lot of striking in our system. And one thing that I found really interesting, I was listening to someone who was talking about, he's actually he trains fighters. He has ring experience, he's the real deal. But he also trains in Tai Chi, and he trained in Tai Chi under an old Tai Chi master. And this guy, who is, the height difference is probably you guys, he's a little thinner. But he couldn't take the guy down because his practice of his Tai Chi kata wasn't just practicing slow movements, he was practicing grappling. And he just couldn't control this guy, and this guy was throwing him around. It was really funny. He wasn't trying to be respectful. He was trying to take him down. So a lot of the applications of our kata on the outer surface or strikes, if you look on internally in the movements, are grappling defenses, locks, grabs, takedowns. So really just take your time to explore that. Look at how wrestling or jiu-jitsu does it, and you'll see Uechi. I see people do single leg takedowns, and they go here, and then they go here. Like, oh, you just did Uechi-Ryu. You'll see some Thai fighters that'll do the same thing. Checking and grabbing and locking. It's all these movements from our kata, just with different mindsets and application. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you all. Arigato. Thank you.